So, if it's your second year in a row here in Poznań, how do you feel? Do you can see any differences before previous year?
Well, I think obviously we have a different booth here. Like, I think in general we have more space. Do we have more stations actually?
No, less. Is that better?
So we have less stations because it's not the premiere, obviously, of the demo, but we have a new demo here, which is focused on combat, magic, ranged weapons, transformations to show some of the really cool aspects. Yes, but I think in general, the people are still very eager to find out more about the game. Obviously, everybody wants to play the full game, which is understandable, but we want to show also how much we improved and also reacted to the feedback for a lot of the core mechanics.
Okay, this version of the demo is different from that we saw at GameStop, right?
Yes, so we have it also localized now in Polish. We have Polish voiceover by the.
Yeah, we do. By Jacek Mikołajczak and Adam Balban. Yeah.
Yeah, so we only have Nameless Hero, Diego, and Ian in the demo.
I don't remember who plays Ian.
Okay. I don't obviously also for Polish.
But it's not the same person.
No, it's not the same. And we call after Gamescom. So Gamescom demo was done really quick because we were working really hard on finishing the full game. So we only had 1 week to work on it. And we were a little bit behind with our schedule in terms of pushing the combat to a really good level. But now we stand also with the feedback we got at Gamescom. We wanted to show that like it's all planned and we can actually provide a really nice fluid combat feeling, and this is what it's in this demo. It's still not 100% the final version. We are still working on tweaking it even more, but it's I think an attempt to show how fluid our system can be.
Okay, this demo is only event version. You're not.
Yes, it's only event version.
You're gonna share it.
Not planned. We've heard this request many times now, but it's really a playground. It's like it has a quest that kind of like breaks the fourth wall also. So it's like it's really made for this event.
Okay, so if you are not planning to share this version, are you planning maybe upload the previous demo? I mean the
next demo is shared.
combat, it's the new combat.
That's a good point, but it's at the moment it's not planned because we have all our efforts focused on the full game.
It's already for
And also you have to consider that in a Nairis demo you have only the very early stages of combat included. Yeah. So this is not, and the improvements, some of them you only see them really well in the progression stages. Obviously there's also general improvements that you would see, but you will see most of it only in the more you progress with combat.
So if someone wants to play this version, it's only available at the. Are you gonna use this version in the future events somewhere?
It's not planned at the moment, so this is our last event, I think, before the release. But I mean, this can change. We'll see. But we'll also plan to show some of the combat improvements in a video and explain it very much in detail of what we did and why we did it, so people understand and probably get a better idea of like how the final game will feel.
And what about the feedback? How are you checking it right now in the white pack?
We're talking to people like all the time, like while they're playing, while they're sitting here. So reacting to feedback is a really big part of our development process and a very important one, because in the end we want that the players like our game.
Yes, you can still remember the teaser. It was a huge change from the teaser.
Yes, but you have to consider teaser was never planned as a release version. It only happened that at some point we said like, oh, let's just ask the players. Why not, right? And we wanted to make this experiment. So we knew that a lot of stuff was off in teaser.
That's why we trust you, because we can see that you are listening to
We scrapped the teaser. The teaser is like, the teaser was, had a very different purpose. It had the purpose that we can show we can build a team that can deliver a high quality game, but it wasn't really had the proper idea to create a full blown remake, right? It was more an exploration, you know.
Now I'm gonna start with Mateusz, so he won't get bored. Czytanie o Dami. No, od oryginału minęło już ponad 20 lat. Część aktorów niestety, nawet gdyby chciała, to nie może swego głosu posłużyć. Szukanie zastępców to jest wyzwanie.
Znaczy, to by było bardziej pytanie do reżysera, który układał całą obsadę. Ja obsadę widziałem i sugerowałem pewne zmiany, czy miałem na nią jakiś wpływ. Natomiast nie działaliśmy w ten sposób, że szukaliśmy dla przykładu zastępstwa dla Marka Obertyna o dokładnie takich samych walorach głosowych. To nie działało w ten sposób. Szukaliśmy aktorów doświadczonych, z dobrym portfolio, którzy są już mocno ograni, mocno sprawdzeni. I tu jest projekt, którym nie ma za bardzo czasu na eksperymenty. Jakieś nowe głosy się pojawiają, ale to są już ludzie, z którymi pracowaliśmy wcześniej i mamy do nich pełne zaufanie.
To znaczy, że postacie, które były grane przez aktorów, którzy nie będą mogli współpracować, dostaną jakby nowy charakter.
Tak, znaczy weź pod uwagę, że oryginał został zrobiony przy pomocy 16 aktorów. Obecnie oni musieli ograć całość, wszystkie postacie, co też stwarzało bardzo wielką powtarzalność tych głosów. Teraz aktorów jest ponad 50, więc nie będzie sytuacji, w której Jacek Kopczyński gra 16 postaci. Więc jeśli twoja ulubiona poboczna postać nagle ma inny głos, to nie dlatego, że uparliśmy się na Jacka Kopczyńskiego i chcieliśmy mu coś zabrać, tylko Jacek Kopczyński ma grać swoje najbardziej charyzmatyczne role i przy nich ma zostać, a resztę możemy przykombinować i zobaczyć, jak sprawdzą się w tym nowi aktorzy.
Okay, another question for you. Multiplayer for Dotty, true or false?
False.
False. You're not gonna...
Maybe in the future, at one point, I mean, we like to explore what type of games will be good for the future, but at the moment, multiplayer is not on our minds.
Okay, what about modifications? Gothic power is not easy in the modifications. We can see it in the Chronicles of Mirtana.
I mean, so I also did mods back in the day for Gothic 2. So I know how powerful modding can be, first of all, as a way to make the game even better, to creatively express and to maybe make your first steps in game development. So we added some ways. So all our gameplay is basically based on a scripting language with which you can do a lot. And this is available from the start, but we'll probably not have the right documentation and tools available. So we'll see what the people need and improve on that further. Because, like, for example, the Nihilus Demo or the Combat Playground, they are technically mods. They use the base game, but in a different way.
Okay, another question for Mateusz. Jeszcze tak wracając do tego dubbingu, gdzieś czytając też komentarze osób, które grały w tego demo poprzednie, Hachemle takie opinie troszkę nieprzychylne dotyczące tego, że Gothic Mistrzostw Państwa. Wy będziecie się tego trzymać?
Znaczy, czy będziemy, no Dawid jest już nagrany, więc jest już po fakcie, ale Gothic oryginalny został znacznie bardziej ugrzeczniony w stosunku do oryginalnej wersji niemieckiej, choćby nawet. Głównie dlatego, że to były inne czasy i gry były celowane głównie do młodszego widza. I to był główny problem. Jesteśmy w kolonii karnej, przekleństwa się pojawią, ten język też jest bardziej, w tym remake'owej wersji bardziej brudny, bardziej brutalny, mniej poetycki, mniej literacki, więc Ja rozumiem, że ludzie nie są przyzwyczajeni do przekleństw Kutigu, natomiast to jest mimo wszystko kolonia karna. Zauważmy, nie chodzi o to, żeby używać przekleństw nieustannie. Ja nie wiem, jak Talar w pierwszym Wiedźminie, który po prostu przeklinał co drugie słowo. Jeśli jakieś przekleństwo się pojawia, ono się pojawia w określonym kontekście, w określonej emocji, w określonej sytuacji. Nie przeklinanie dla samego przeklinania jest bez sensu. Natomiast tak, no, przekleństwa się pojawią i ma to sens, bo jesteśmy w takim settingu, a nie innym.
Dobrze, jeżeli ma to wytłumaczenie, to faktycznie ma to sens. Are you planning to feed this sectors of first part erotic with the content? I mean, there's a lot of places in the world that were somehow empty. People who were trying to create modifications, they were trying to fill it with content. Are you trying to, for example, there was a place on a swamp.
The monument there, yeah. So, but I cannot talk specifically about this thing because I think this was more an accident that it stayed in there. I think they originally had a quest planned around that, which never happened. But so in general, we tried to fill the later chapters. Like starting chapter 3, the quest density is much lower. So we tried to give this more space, or like we showed also on the main stage in the earlier parts of the game where it felt like, you know, a path like joining the bandits didn't properly introduce the new camp and respect the structure and the lore and the background of the new camp. So we tried to change that. And for us, in terms of locations, we feel that, like, you know, in Gothic, a lot about exploring the world, and exploration should be rewarded with at least smaller stuff. So we tried to hide interesting things where it fit on different places as well, to kind of like give places more use, you know.
I'm asking because in Night of the Robin, we could found stone tables.
Yeah.
Are we gonna include it in Gothic first part?
No, I think the stone tables, they are something specific to like the Korinis world. There's some smaller reference to this culture, the Yakendar culture, but it's not a thing that we like to go into much detail, because we feel like that's a question for maybe for the future to see what is our treatment to this, because I think it wasn't very well embedded in the whole game. It was kind of like on top of it, because I mean, that's how the add-on was done. It come on top of Gothic 2. So we'll see what we'll do with that.
Okay, what about the relationship with our friends, with Diego, Newton, Gorn, and Lester? They are really important, but we can feel that in the first part of the Gothic, in the later time of the game, they could do more.
Yeah, I think that for us it was important that the relation feels like a real relation, and also the concept of the 4 friends, it's not something that like you realize from talking to one person that there's this meta layer of like them all being friends and trying to help each other, but you actually should experience this. So we'll have some more moments with the 4 friends.
About the swamp camp, after third chapter, it was somehow abandoned. I mean, the people in the camp after after Iberion died, they were just doing their stuff. Are we gonna try to after this moment? Are you gonna try to change something? Is it possible?
We changed that, but I want to avoid that question because it will be a heavy spoiler. So there is some shift after Iberion's demise, but I can't tell you what it is exactly.
We have a question about Urizer. It is the two-hand weapon. You're able to use it as a magic rune. What about those players who are using the one-hand sword? Is Urizer gonna?
He's asking if you can to turn Urizer into one-handed sword, like reforge it to the one-handed sword. So, like for me, that wouldn't make any sense. Like, why would you reforge optional weapon only just to have a smaller swords of the same pop?
Sure.
Have you tried the demo today? Like,
No, I'm gonna.
right, I encourage you to try 200 swords fighting in that demo. But is it faster? Well, 100 swords will be always faster, but is it worth it?
Okay.
And it's an endgame weapon. I mean, there's also other weapons that you can use. Yeah.
What about the new types of the weapons?
We didn't really add much new types of the weapons. I mean, there's some specific, new ways to forge weapons, but we didn't really add new type of weapons.
The premiere. I know you cannot say when it's gonna be, but can you feel that shit's almost over? I mean, the game is almost.
I mean, we're coming to the end. I mean, we are really just bug fixing, polishing stuff, and improving certain areas. So it's getting to the very end of the development.
Okay, are you planning to prepare another version of demo content to just for a test? Some kind of.
At the moment, it's not, as I said, with the playground demo, it's not planned. We really need to focus on making the full game the best it can be, and that should be our whole attention.
Like, our team is really small. We are like 60 people in Alchemia. So creating another demo will take too much time and too much power. And we have to focus on the main game, polish it, be sure that it's bug free on the premiere. So no, that will be just, I don't want to say waste of time, but it will just take too much resources at this point of the production.
Okay, but you already answered. When I was asking for one thing, you already answered like 2 or 3 questions, so it will be all.
Okay, great. Alles wird gut.
Think, but. Thank you. Dzięki. Odpoczywaj, no.